Welcome back, everyone. John Moody here with Johnny Learns Gardening, back with another weekly garden update. Switching up the format a little bit, starting with the raised garden bed. Usually I start at the side of the house with the plants that are in pots, but just wanted to show you what I had going on this week. So, I have cherry tomato plants. They are growing. They produced a little bit. That one was the broken off stem. It had those guys hanging on there and these guys coming in. So I have successfully propagated a cutting off of the cherry tomato plant. Now the rest of it, got some little guys coming in here. Got some guys coming in there. So cool, we're being productive. It's a little fella right up there. All right, and the beefsteak tomato plant. I think I have one back there that's got a couple tomatoes growing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see that? There you go. This one, I have already harvested about 8 tomatoes, and it's got a few coming back in. I don't know what that is. I don't know if critter got to that one, but we'll see. The green beans are doing great. They are still producing. I should probably start harvesting again. Those guys are pretty big. So waiting on these little guys to catch up, so that's why I don't harvest everything all at once. I don't know if I'm doing that properly. I don't know. But it's how I've been doing it. When they get to a decent size, I will harvest them. When they're still tiny like that, I will let them grow. And the whole game is not letting them get too ripe on the vine so that the plant doesn't go into its dormancy mode. So I have some things coming in. Took a picture of that, and that I Googled them, and Google said that they were radishes. So I planted radishes a long time ago. It took all summer long for it to germinate. I don't know what's going on with that. So either they are not radishes or something's up, but I don't know. Even this, that looks like a carrot. That came out of nowhere. And I planted carrots again a long time ago. So I have some other things coming in, weeds. I don't know if I can get a good shot. There's another one on the other side, but there's like a long stringy thing right there that I'm hoping is corn and not just another random grass. But what did I plant for the fall? Onions, green onions, Brussels sprouts, and corn. So I don't know if the other little things that are coming in are random weeds or if they're just the start of some of the things that I've planted. But very excited. Didn't think anything was coming in, so it's nice to see that some things are coming in. Like that guy, I think is a corn. And that guy, I think, is corn. So looks like I have a few stalks coming in. What else do I have to show you? Not sure what a lot of these other little things are, but yeah. Compost bin, I threw in some food scraps. I've kind of been neglecting it. I threw in some of the flower pots from out front, so I included that with the composting process. I took out all the leaves from my neighbor cut this tree down, or this plant down, a lot of the sticks, and some of the sticks, stems, he kind of left on my side, so that's okay with me. I want the leaves for my browns for the compost, so did some of that. Say hi, Ben.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine.
Good. Say welcome, everybody.
Okay.
All right. Okay. That is the great plant not doing anything. Don't know why, but we will see. Go ahead, Benny. This is my second raised garden bed. Last week you saw all the branches and everything on there. Some are from this plant that my neighbor just cut down, but the leaves were getting kind of dry, so I decided to pull them all off. So I put the branches, the sticks, back behind the shed. And yeah, this is basically another compost pile. So I'm gonna have a lot of organic material to start this new bed next season. The other great plant over here, same, not doing anything. Hopefully it's not dead. My neighbor, I found out, was actually the one that killed this great plant. So this was that neighbor's plant, and or at least I'm assuming it was. But he was doing a lot of trimming and cleaning up in his yard and accidentally cut something which killed this great plant. But it's cool how it was kind of just like taking over. You could see all the brown. That's where the great plant was growing up on the tree next door. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about was, as you can see, I put a lot of the leaves on here, was leaving a mulch down. So that was something that I didn't do last season. Last year, I just planted some things and let it grow and harvested what I could and didn't do anything after that. After they all died off for the season, I either pulled them out or cut them out, and then I just kind of left it. So the following spring, the soil looked kind of dried out and spent, and it definitely needed some upgrades. But mulching things like this organic material, leaves, straw, will help your soil and prepare you for next season. So that's what I did. Yes, sir. You did? Okay, I'll get it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. Maybe I should cut that out so that you don't have to see me walking and there's not too much shaking. All right, over to the side of the house with my potted plants. So in that bucket are a bunch of weeds in water, putrefying in water to make a homemade fertilizer. It's kind of empty. I did use what I made earlier in the season, and I was just trying to redo it. Looks like I need to restock some more because I got a few weeds growing in. This is the second blueberry plant that I bought. It is doing absolutely nothing, but that is okay. This is the cilantro plant. It has gone to seed. It is starting to turn colors. It went from a bright green to it's starting to brown a little bit, so it's still a little early for harvest. And yeah, I just watched a video about how and when to harvest these seeds. So yeah, you can make spices out of it. You can use it as pickling for whatever you're trying to pickle. But my intentions are to save it to replant it, so that I have more cilantro for next year. Maybe I can have an indoor little herb garden thing going. Yet to be determined. The basil plant, I like what it has going on. Videos that I've seen where the bushes are gigantic and this is just growing in this little pot. So there are 2 or 3 plants in here, and I have harvested some leaves, and yeah, I don't know. I kind of just let it be, but yeah, I get jealous when I watch videos and there's such a big, huge bush and they have all this basil to work with, and yeah. Cilantro, harvested some. I thought it all died, but a lot came back. The rogue black cherry tomato plant, is producing. The mint, not doing what I thought it was, but looks like it's coming in a little more now. And yeah, I heard that they take over wherever you plant them, so that's why I wanted to make sure that they were in their own separate pot. And I guess not really. Last season is when I bought them and nothing grew. Don't know why. This season they came in, so I'm not sure if because the seeds were weak and old, if it didn't do what I thought it was going to do, but same thing. I saw a huge mint plant that my mother-in-law had, so this is nothing compared to that. Also growing in with it is another rogue black cherry tomato plant. And this is a rogue cucumber plant growing in with what I was trying to do with strawberries. It's not doing anything either. So yeah. This is the first blueberry plant that I bought. The leaves on the bottom are what has grown, because otherwise it was just that stem. I probably don't give it the attention it needs, but last week I did add some more sulfur and peat moss, as well as compost to try to give it its nutrients and acidity that it needs. But the colors, that red, what else is on here? Yeah, didn't want it to brown out. More on that in a bit. This is the black cherry tomato plant that my wife bought this year. We've harvested a little bit off of here and it still continues to produce, so that is great. All right. I'm not even going to bother showing you what's out front. The cantaloupe that I had coming in didn't really make it, so I composted it. The pumpkin plants, if you've been following, I pulled out. Plant got really big, started to show some fruit forming, but I think I killed it because I moved it. But anyway, so this summer has been kind of crazy weather-wise. We have had quite a few storms, so I didn't really have to worry about watering. But I think that's why these guys are suffering. Number one, it's in a bad spot. It's in the shade. I didn't do the research. I figured it was good enough. It's out in the open, but I don't think that it's getting the sun that it needs, so I should probably relocate these next season or sometime soon. Just a thought that I had. And do more research on the crops that I'm growing. Because, yeah, they probably would have done a whole lot better if it had more sun. All of them. And I brought up the storms and the watering to say that I've been neglecting watering because I didn't want to use city water. I was trying to harvest rainwater, or at least let the city water evaporate whatever chlorine it had in it by letting it sit out, but I've been kind of lazy because of the storms. So therefore the watering on these guys has been neglected. Last week and this week I've been doing pretty good, so it looks like they're making a comeback. So I'm not sure if it's from the nutrients in the compost. I'm not sure if it's from the peat moss and acidity that I added to it. I'm not sure if it's from the more frequent watering, but that is the beauty of gardening. It's all trial and error, and you make your adjustments when needed. So that's all I have for today, folks. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And I appreciate you. New subscriber shout outs, Brittany, Brit. Thanks for subscribing. Hope you like the videos, and yeah, until next time, YouTube, take care. Bye-bye.